Nyla, they weren't up with us at 2 to 5 in the morning when we were working those night shifts.
Gabe is chefing
2 to 3 weeks in a row at Power 105. Everybody just sees the end thing. And they're like, oh, they bought their way to the top. Oh, they have privilege because of X, Y, and Z. Nah, motherfuckers really worked hard to get where they have to be. So, and if you hating, then that just means that you're not working hard enough. Because why are you sitting on your computer talking shit and not outside doing some work? And if anything, we could cut this out.
Okay, so why don't you ask me, Nyla, who you think is going to be there?
Nyla, who you think is going to be there?
Can you fix that? That was hella head ass. Yo, Spirit is really not that bad. I got to be honest. It gets you there safely. Spirit has had no crashes, no accidents. You ain't seen nothing negative about Spirit.
Let's unpack this, Nyla.
Oh, Lord.
Yep, welcome to Central Discourse, the ultimate podcast where everything music and entertainment collides with plenty of tangents. I'm Gay P.
And I'm Nyla Simone.
Hi, Nyla. How was your week?
Hectic.
Same.
Hectic week. But we here.
You wearing my color. You wearing green.
Yeah, I did that on purpose.
What? Why?
Because I knew I was going to see you today.
All right, stop doing that. Stop lying. Why?
I knew I was going to see you today. I see you every Friday.
What did Sean say? Sean said, what, Monday is St. Patrick's Day?
Yes.
Do we care about St. Patrick's Day?
Do I personally? No, but
have we ever?
Shout out to the Irish.
Shout out to the Irish, though. Shout out to the Irish. But, like, have we ever... I'm 1% Irish, fun fact. On my dad's side.
Have we ever cared about St. Patrick's Day? I don't even know what necessarily St. Patrick even represents. Like, I don't know the backstory.
I mean, did you ever go out for St. Patrick's Day in college?
I did not.
Yeah, I didn't partake either.
Yeah.
I was the guy picking up the drunk girls after the St. Patrick's Day party.
Of course you were. I went to Ireland.
What does that mean?
Just of course you were. I went to Ireland and I had a great time. So, I shout out to y'all.
But you went during a spring semester or a fall semester?
Fall semester.
Okay, so it wasn't around St. Patrick's Day. No.
Do they celebrate St. Patrick's Day in Ireland? Or is that an American thing?
They do celebrate it in Ireland.
Do?
Yeah.
I just got to know because...
Because you don't know sometimes. A lot of things that we do here, we think that everybody does around the world.
And then you go over there and they're like, I was in London for Thanksgiving. I'm like, nobody's cooking. They're like, man, we don't celebrate that. I'm like, oh.
Well, I mean, Nyla, that's very obvious. That's like
hey, man, I'm just telling you. I asked for Italian dressing in Italy. They don't have it. It was like a lot of...
They don't got Italian dressing in Italy?
No, it's not a thing.
What's it called in Italy? Just dressing?
They don't have it.
See, that made Matt laugh. that was like a good dad joke, but like that's why he laughed. But yeah, this week has been super hectic. I'm very happy it's over. And I think like I finally like settled back into like being back in New York. Like I'm depressed again. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like last week I was still riding the high of being in Puerto Rico, and then this week is just straight like depression. We're back. We're back. It was nice this week though, so I'm not mad. Like Monday, Tuesday, I got to run outside like 2 or 3 times, did a couple miles, and I was like, oh wow, life is worth living.
Yo, honestly, I felt the same way when I walked, and I was like, dang man, when the weather is nice, you don't hate life as much in the city. But when it's like cold as fuck, I hate all of y'all. Like I hate everybody. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't have any type of kindness or manners, none of that. But when the weather's nice, it's like, oh my God, hey, hello, how you doing?
Right after the show last week, I just bundled up all the press and shit, riding the train, looking at flights back to PR. I'm like, nah, this can't be my life.
When are you going back to PR, man?
Right now, May.
Okay.
Be there like the last week of May. Last week or 2 of May. I don't know.
Eli Diabolical was in Puerto Rico this week.
Oh,
too.
my boy?
Yeah, he said he tried the Chinese food.
Oh, and I was right. Puerto Rican Chinese food. Best Chinese food on the planet. I rest my case. I'm done.
Yeah.
He said I was right?
He did.
My God. I'm surprised he didn't hit me about that. I would have given him some spots, not Italian spots.
He said, it's crack. He said, I was ordering it as listening to the podcast, and that shit blew my mind. I was like, oh, wow, that's actually kind of cool.
Shout out my boy Eli. Yo, actually, I found out, thanks to Sean, that there is a Chinese... Well, I don't know if it's like specifically Puerto Rican, but it's like a Chinese Latino spot that's very close to our studio in Brooklyn. And I was like, oh shit, like now I gotta go there. So I'm gonna try to go there like over the next couple weeks. Once I kind of like get my diet back on track from PR, which I've been doing pretty good with. But once like I feel like comfortable with eating whatever again, I'm gonna go and see if the food's as good as in Puerto Rico.
All right, let's get into some of these quick topics. Billboard named Doechii 2025 Woman of the Year. Doechii previously won the Rising Star Award at the 2023 Billboard Women in Music event. She is just the third woman to progress from Rising Star Award to the Woman of the Year Award, following Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande. Billboard's Women Music ceremony will take place on March 29th in Los Angeles.
Dope. So she's the first rapper then in this case.
The first rapper to
progress.
progress.
The first rapper to progress.
But the second rapper to get this
And
award.
the first one was Cardi B.
Yes.
But I remember that speech because who doesn't forget Cardi B's speeches?
Oh my God, wait, what was that speech?
I mean, it pissed off a whole bunch of Republicans for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just weird.
I just remember we had to cover it because it was like what? It was like 6-7 years ago now. When that happened, every time Cardi B gives a speech, I'm tuned in.
Okay.
I'm tuned in, but very happy for Doechii.
Yeah.
I think this is dope that it was that type of progression and Ariana Grande and Lady Gaga. That's some good company to have.
Yo, great company to have.
You know what I'm saying?
What icons.
And then go ahead. You want to talk about the Rolling Stone piece?
Rolling Stone did an article about how the Doechii hate online is unwarranted. Gabe, have you seen any Doechii hate?
Like a little bit, but like I don't know. I don't think like my timeline on my Instagram feed is really catered to Doechii hate. Like I think like I wouldn't even consider it hate. I would what I'm about to talk about. I saw like Playboi Max, like he said something. He's like, "Oh, do I enjoy Doechii's music? Like it's not really for me or like people in my audience, but like I would love to work with her and it maybe." And then he spoke about how working with a lot of different artists has expanded his musical knowledge. Because he just came back from the UK. And, like, I understand that sentiment a lot. Obviously, just me working with a million different types of artists and different types of sounds. And, like, some of Doechii's music is for me. Some of it isn't. Like, I like Anxiety, but I like the Anxiety version with Sleepy. I'm biased. I'm from New York. But even if you don't, what did we say last week? Everybody wants an opinion about something. So, like, if you don't like something, literally just shut up. Don't like it. But.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like my timeline doesn't show me any Doechii hate. I don't. When I hear the headlines about Doechii hate and if you're hating on Doechii, to me it feels like the line when Kendrick is like, "Could y'all hate the West Coast?" Who hates the West Coast? Nobody on my timeline goes out of their way to complain about the West Coast.
Literally nobody.
Nobody on my timeline go out of their way to hate on Doechii. So I don't know. It just seems like noise. But if people are hating, then shout out to Rolling Stone for covering it and saying something on Doechii's behalf.
Yeah, I think like maybe like. My timeline sometimes skews like a little younger just because some of the artists I do and the things I be looking up, like, especially like the underground stuff. So like maybe that's why I see it a little bit more. I feel like Doechii's music isn't always catered to like younger.
But I said, also my timeline's catered to black women, so maybe I'm only just saying black women love on black women. You ain't popping if you don't got haters though. So I guess.
That's a fact.
This is a good thing.
If nobody hating on you, then you're not doing anything right.
Right.
And then, it was crazy because also I seen the video of Lauryn Hill bringing out Doechii, and I thought that was amazing, man.
Iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doechii just been on the craziest run ever. I hope she takes a vacation soon.
No vacations. Foot on next.
No,
vacation a little bit.
A vacation when, like, when this era or whatever you want to call it is, like, all said and done.
Yeah.
Like, take a break. You need to breathe.
Yes.
Get your head right.
Speaking of icons, Zendaya makes history. According to the Neighborhood Talk, Zendaya is set to become the highest paid black woman on TV, scheduled to earn $1 million per episode for her role in Euphoria.
Well, did you ever watch Euphoria? Was that ever your thing? No. I've seen season 1 and 2. Season 1, it's crazy. I just realized something. Season 1 came out when I was still in a relationship.
Oh God.
I haven't been in a relationship for
that was eons ago.
I haven't been in a relationship for 4 years now. Like, years ago. Shut the fuck up. Like, what's up with you, bro? Nah, go ahead. Get your shit off, Miss Yawny over there. You keep yawning when the camera turned to me. Come on.
Yeah, that's when you're supposed to yawn, not when the camera is on you.
I ain't gonna lie.
Let him blowing up the spot, my nigga.
Let him know
this shit getting edited.
You talking about my relationship was mad long ago. Eons ago. I said 4 years. Anyway, so my whole thing is like, bro, it's gonna be like 4 years since the last season, right? And if you watch Euphoria, like, it's like, where do you go from here? Obviously, I believe his name was Angus Cloud, passed away. Like a year or two ago now, which is severely unfortunate. And I heard, what's the girl's name that plays Zendaya's sister, Stormy Reed?
That's not her sister?
Is it Stormy Reed? Not in real life, but her sister in the show.
No, that's her sister.
In the show.
in the
Oh,
show.
only in the show?
Yes.
Oh, you can tell I haven't watched the show. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my God, Nyla.
Sorry,
Anyway,
sorry.
but like, you know, her sister's not gonna like her. You know, her sister in the show is not gonna be in the show. I don't think she got the call back. I think the mom also said that she might not be coming back. So I'm like, where do you go with the show from here?
Is Euphoria like this generation's Degrassi?
At first, that's what they were pitching it to be.
This new episode or this new season of Euphoria is actually supposed to take place in the future. So it's like a couple of years
later.
after everything that's happening, which I mean makes sense. It's been a few years since the last season
Yeah.
too.
Right.
So they're significantly older at this point, well out of college.
Interesting. Well, maybe I can tap into this one. I've tried to get into Euphoria at least 5 times. Like I've seen the first 3 episodes, and then
The first season's really good. The second season's okay.
I don't know. It's
my
always hard for me to get into it.
You gotta get to when it gets like messy. When it gets messy, you'll be like, oh
Then
yes.
I'll be hooked.
You'll be like, you'll what do you this shit? You'll be like, yes. You'll be like, yes, I'm into it.
Well, speaking of yes, well, actually, this isn't even a yes. This is a no. I just saw J. Cole's name and got excited. But it says J. Cole's "I'm Retired" sweatshirt. Fans had reacted after J. Cole is spotted wearing a "I'm Retired" hoodie. The hoodie says "I'm retired. This is as dressed up as I get." I mean, this is as dressed up as he get
Every day, like on a regular day.
I don't know. This
Is like J. Cole core. J. Cole / Nyla core.
But / Nyla, don't do that. If I'm doing this, you know what, you're right. I would do that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Literally, I didn't even know you had this green shirt on. You had like the Black Effect. Shout out Uncle Charlotte. You had the Black Effect jacket on, and you were just laid out on the couch like this. I'm like, yo, Nyla look like she retired.
I had to take the jacket off. You know, what we were just talking about how you can't have nice things in New York City.
Oh, we're gonna get to that.
Well, yes, we are gonna get to that, but it's also the same thing as looking nice in New York City. Like you can't just be outside looking nice, or you're gonna get bothered. So to avoid being bothered, I dress homeless as if I'm retired or something.
I wish I would get bothered.
Oh my gosh. Well,
So you gotta lay that one up perfectly
like,
too.
come on, man.
It's been so long. I'm kidding.
This "I'm retired" thing. Do you really think Cole's gonna retire?
No, well, I mean, I think like honestly, I be feeling him sometimes. I think like he like what he'll do is he'll dip his foot back into the mix, and then he'll be like, "This shit trash," and comes back and goes back. Then he'll do it again. He'll be like excited, then like he's part of the reason the biggest beef of all time ignites, and then he's like, "You know what? I'm gonna take a step back." You know. I don't know. Like I feel him though. Like you dip your toe in, you do some good work, you get excited, then some bullshit happens, and then you're like, I don't know if I want to do this no more.
Yeah.
I don't think he's retired, but I do love the hoodie though. I'm gonna buy that for my dad. I'm gonna buy that for my mom and my dad.
That is a great.
It's a good dad. And my dad's birthday coming up, so I think I might have to buy that for my dad. But no, I mean he's been working though. He dropped the mixtapes on streaming. He has the podcast. Or I think the podcast is done. He did the blog, so he's still doing stuff and he's still working on this album. He said that, and he dropped a song not too long ago. Yeah, he dropped Clouds. So like, you know, whatever. But there was this person who did say like who had tweeted about it. Crody28 on Twitter. I'm crying. Crody28, really? He found out Carti was dropping and no one wants to hear his bedtime album anymore. I still would like his bedtime.
Wait, they found out Cole was dropping?
No, he said Cole basically said Cole found out Carti was dropping and no one wants to hear his bedtime album anymore. Me personally, I like a good J. Cole album. It's good for my soul. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
good cleanse.
I had zero interest in listening to this Carti album.
Oh, man.
Sorry. I mean, what was it? The last one was Hot? Red Hot? Cold Red?
What?
Carti's last
Whole lot of
project?
red. Whole lot of, oh my God.
Whole lot of red?
Whole lot of red.
That was when I definitely checked out with Carti.
Why?
I don't know. I don't want to listen to rage music. I don't go to rages. It doesn't really match my...
You used to go to rages.
I never went to rages.
I ain't gonna lie, guys.
Nigga, I went to a Waka Flocka concert one time and was mad that it wasn't
I ain't gonna lie,
trapped out.
guys. Nyla's capping. She used to be in them pits with us. She was one of us. Don't let it fool you.
Nyla who?
You.
Nigga, when?
Swear.
When?
I don't know.
Nigga, you ain't never seen me in no goddamn mosh pit. That's just ghetto.
Ghetto. So now I'm ghetto. Because I be in the mosh pits.
Hey,
or I
man.
used to be in the mosh pits. I'm retired.
If the shoe fits, look.
I'm retired. I can't do mosh pits no more. I be in the mosh pits and I be wanting to fight somebody now.
We listen and we don't judge.
I judge. No, I
But it's just not for me. That's it. It's just not for me. But if this is sleepy music, then sleepy music is for me, and I can't wait. I can't wait for Dreamville Fest. Dreamville's going to be announcing their lineup, and Gabe, who do you predict is going to be there?
Why do I have to go first?
Okay.
No, good. No, I want you to say because you already have a prediction, and I think
I
it's
already know who's actually going to be there. I have some certainties.
Oh, well, you can tell me after. Yeah, you can tell me after.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it would be great, obviously, if Kendrick comes out.
If you know who's gonna be there, this episode comes out after they announce the lineup, so you can talk about it.
This is just some of the people I do know, some of them I don't. But
and if anything, we could cut this out.
okay, so why don't you ask me, Nyla, who you think is gonna be there?
Nyla, who you think is gonna be there?
Can you fix that? That was hella head ass.
Please leave all this in there. Nyla, who you think is gonna be there? No, fuck that shit. Nyla, who do you know is gonna be there?
All right. Shout out to my boys, Nico Brim and Kai motherfucking Cash, man. I can't wait to see they sets. I'm going to have to be there early as hell, man. Another year of being there early. Last year I had to go early for Ruben. This year I'm going early for Nico. But
you just made me think about it, too, because I think Maddie hit us up, was like, you guys want to go to Dreamville next month? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, damn, I have to be there early, huh?
Got to be there early. Well, if you want to support gang, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I got to support.
I got to support New York.
Got to support gang.
Got to support New York.
So, yes, but I do think as far as, like, headliners go, I think it's going to be Kendrick and Cole.
You think it's going to be Kendrick?
I mean, why not? They usually always grab the artist who's touring that year. Who else has, like, a really big tour? The year they had Drake
He could do
touring.
SZA. He could do SZA.
I thought we did SZA.
Did they do SZA?
Yeah.
They did do SZA. Last year? Oh, my bad.
I think we never got the Chris Brown that we were looking for. I think he canceled on us, and then that's when we got SZA.
But wouldn't it be J. Cole? Well, it's 2 days, so
50
it's
Cent.
2 days, right?
Yeah.
So Cole will be obviously one of those
Sunday.
days.
He always on Sunday. That's when he's going to give our farewell speech.
Of course, he's going to be on the Lord's Day. He'll talk about the beef, maybe. Be like, last year.
He had to bring the Lord's Day into this.
Last year I said some shit that set the internet on fire. Reflecting on it, he's going to be like, it was a good idea. It was a good idea. I'm trying to think, though. Obviously, the usuals, Boz, Omen, Kaz, all the boys will be on that one. Ari,
Jid, Earth Gang,
Loot.
I wonder if Earth Gang set is going to be together or not. I saw...
Because they're both doing, they're doing their solo stuff, too, as well, right?
Yeah, I saw Wild Great just
Spillage Village, maybe. That'd be cool.
That would be great. We've never seen that.
They did a Spillage Village set. Who else do I think could be there? I don't know. Who have they put out music with this year? That's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to think about.
I don't know. I'm looking forward, though, to the lineup.
I think Big X, the plug, will be there.
That's a great one. He should be.
Yeah, I think Big X will be there. I think I would like to throw... I don't know if she maybe Soul Child. I love Soul Child. I hope Soul Child will be there.
Very fitting, yeah.
Yeah, I think she fits the bill perfectly. Samara Sin,
yeah,
I think would be good for that. I'm trying to think like who's also on like festival lineups right now that like are like adjacent to that Dreamville crowd aesthetic. I'm trying to think about like singers too.
Yeah, I'm just...
Sailor, I could see Sailor being on the lineup.
I just feel like it shouldn't be the last festival. Dreamville does a lot for their community and for everybody that
Well, I also just think festivals are dying, so like I don't think it's really entirely on Dreamville. I just think like it you got to realize festivals.
Okay, well maybe I'm not saying primarily the festival because I agree I'm over festivals, but I'm just saying Dreamville is like Cole's retiring. This is the last festival. Blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. We don't really need that energy
here. I think festivals are definitely ending, which is why I think like Dreamville's ending. Obviously, like kind of like Govball is like kind of feels like it's coming to an end. But I can understand why all these artist-driven festivals are going away now.
Everything has their season.
Everything has their season, and like my season for flying, I will no longer be flying after this news. So that was a good segue, right? So we have another interesting like dilemma with flights. How Southwest Airline is ending their free check bag policy.
Boo.
And my thing, we're gonna get to like the plane crashes and all that in a bit. But honestly, I get it. I understand.
What do you mean you understand?
Bro, shit's expensive.
Okay, tell me about it.
Like, you know how probably expensive it is to run these airlines? For you to just give free bags for how many years?
Nah, they be taxing on everything. Take all that money that I paid extra so I could cut the line.
Do you fly Southwest?
No, but...
Okay, so...
Okay, it's not personal, but still, just for those who do fly Southwest, I don't want to pay for my bags, period.
Bro, I've never flown on a Southwest plane in my adult years. Maybe when I was a kid, I don't know. But, like, to me, this doesn't affect my life. And then this girl tweeted, she said, this is the only reason I flew Southwest. They will be losing customers. And then someone said, enjoy Spirit Ho. Now, there is one Spirit Ho in this building, in this room. And it's you.
Yes. Yo, Spirit is really not that bad. I got to be honest. It gets you there safely. Spirit has had no crashes, no accidents. You ain't seen nothing negative about Spirit.
Let's unpack this, Nyla.
Oh, Lord.
How many Spirit planes have you been on?
Too many.
Too many?
Yeah.
Where do you take these Spirit planes to?
A few places.
Like where?
I can't just be giving up my life like that. I'm pretty personal with stuff like that.
The fuck you are? Where have you been taking these Spirit planes to?
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
All right, I know she takes them to Atlanta. All right, that's one. Right? That's a 2-hour flight. That's understandable. That's quick. It's easy. It's like up and down, right? But like...
Why are you trying to unpack my whereabouts?
I'm not trying to... I don't care about your whereabouts. I'm trying to unpack why you're taking Spirit Airlines to go places.
Because it gets me there fast for a low price.
Are you going on... Are these business trips or these like pleasure trips?
Pleasure trips.
Think about it. Think about like... You're going on vacation, right? And then you're like, I can't wait to get on this.
But this isn't really vacation.
It's a pleasure trip.
Yeah, pleasure trip don't mean vacation.
The bottom line here is that Nyla takes Spirit Airlines. So if you're ever in line on a Spirit airline and you see about like a 5 foot, oh, I don't want to mess this up. 5'4".
He gave me some height.
5'2", 5'1" actually. If you see a 5'1"
and a quarter.
5'1" and a quarter. 5'1" and a quarter. It's Nyla.
Do you think that all of these planes catching on fire and like having these tech issues, is this like really happening or is this just propaganda?
I think it's really happening, but I think that these things happen more often than like we realize, but just because of this year is being publicized more. You know what I mean? Like I think things like this probably happen more often than like most of us even like care to think about, but like because of how the year started off with that plane crash in DC and then the ship flipping over in Toronto and like, and we can't forget the plane that smashed down in Philly, right? Like it's just more, it's just, it's just shit that probably happens more often than we think. And I think, first of all, them staying on the wing is crazy. I would have just jumped down. And like, even like no big commercial airlines, have been crashing. Like the DC thing was a freak accident, of course, like, right? Very sad. The Delta thing in Toronto was definitely because of the weather. But, like, the rest of these things, like plane catching on fire, like, it's bad. Like, I would freak out a little bit. But, like, everybody's been safe for the most part.
Yeah. Like,
the only real casualties that have come around were the DC thing at the top of the year and a lot of these smaller planes that are crashing, which, like, general aviation, which is, like, these smaller aircrafts or private planes, like, that's, like, the more dangerous way to fly, if we're being honest, than the big Airbuses.
Yeah.
Airbuses are a lot safer. This is coming from a father who built airplanes for like 15 years, for like 10, 15 years.
Who is the father?
My father.
Oh.
What?
You said coming from a father. I'm like.
My father.
My nigga, are you something you want to tell me?
No, my dad built airplanes. My dad built airplanes in the 80s and the 90s. I know that was a long time ago, but he did build it and work on airplanes. So he does have a pretty extensive knowledge of like if shit will go wrong, which is why he doesn't fly anymore.
Ooh.
He just knows too much. Even all the flights that I took from here to Orlando, from Orlando to PR, from PR back here, doesn't make me any more scared to fly than I was beforehand. Just like, turbulence is still a thing, and turbulence is like the only thing that really freaks me out. But, I always be like, I'm a something in Jello. That's it.
Something is what?
Something in Jello. You never heard like the Jello theory for when you're on an airplane during turbulence?
No.
So like, do you understand how turbulence works?
No.
So the air is going like around the plane, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not actually knocking the plane down, or like you're not gonna crash because of turbulence. It's just the air is going around the plane. So think of like if I put this watch in Jello, right? And the watch is just in the Jello, and you shake the Jello, the watch isn't gonna fall down. It's gonna stay exactly where it is. Mm-hmm. That's essentially how turbulence works.
Got it.
I think a pilot could explain it a little better than that, but like that's kind of like hey, I'm not that smart. Just put the watch in the Jello, and you are the watch, essentially.
Okay.
The plane is the watch. Anyway.
Well, watch out when you get on these planes because it's been hell going on. Now let me stop. Transitioning. What's up?
That's how you know we getting older, man.
What's that sound?
What's that sound?
It's time for Word on the Curve.
See, I actually joined y'all this time.
Thank you.
All right, go ahead.
What's up, guys?
Hi, friend.
Lots going on, but I wanted to talk about this interesting clip I saw from Anthony Mackie. He recently appeared on the Pivot podcast where he shared some candid thoughts on the success and pressure society places on us to achieve.
I've been in the business 24 years, right? And I've seen people go from nothing to the biggest stars in the world. And what I realized yesterday thinking about it, we're lying to our kids, dog. We tell our kids if they do right and they make the good grades and they go to the programs and they will become successful. If you work hard enough, your work will be paid off. And that's not true. Success is given.
His comments seemed to spark mixed reviews, many agreeing with his critique of how success is shaped by external factors, while others were less open to let go of the traditional notion that hard work leads to achievement.
Salute to Anthony Mackie for dropping those gems or even just sharing that perspective. Because I definitely agree with him to a certain degree. I think it is important to work hard and have discipline, but on the other side, you do have to understand that there are people with more advantageous
opportunities
on their side.
Yeah. I think like people got to realize that like a lot of times today, like being talented just isn't the only thing that's going to get you places. Because I know a lot of artists who are talented who I'm like, bro, but your work ethic is like complete shit. And that's why nobody wants to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I think like you have to be talented and you also have to be wanting to work harder than everybody else. And honestly, people who aren't even talented, who work harder than everybody else, still will get further in life than you. Because at the end of the day, motherfuckers just want to get work done and they don't want to deal with people who don't want to get the work done. You know what I'm saying? If they don't feel like it's worth it. You know, I've dealt with artists who are extremely talented and lazy, but like they're popping, right? But over time, like, you know, they fall off because their work ethic was trash. And someone who wasn't as talented as them surpassed them because their work ethic was better. And more people gravitated towards that person because they weren't an asshole, you know? Yeah.
Charlamagne always says, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
He does say that, yep.
He says that all the time.
Hard work beats talent.
It's very true.
Yeah, so I definitely agree. And, like, I think Anthony Mackie, like, a lot of people probably going to get upset, and then there's going to be a lot of people who are talented in the comments and lazy being like, oh, he's just saying that, da-da-da-da-da, he get everything, Illuminati, da-da-da-da, this, and that. Like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like, you're just lazy, and you don't have the network that everybody else has, because for most successful people, like, you don't know what it took to get to the position that successful people be in. Like, you think everything comes overnight, everything's gifted, everything is payola, everything's this, is that. You don't know the nights that people slept on floors and the nights that people stayed up all night. They don't know. Nyla, they weren't up with us at 2 to 5 in the morning when we were working those night shifts.
Gabe is chefing
2 to 3 weeks in a row at Power 105. Everybody just sees the end thing. And they're like, oh, they bought their way to the top. Oh, they have privilege because of X, Y, and Z. Nah, motherfuckers really worked hard to get where they have to be. So, and if you hate it, then that just means that you're not working hard enough. Because why are you sitting on your computer talking shit and not outside doing some work? Just put the fries in my bag and shut the fuck up in that case.
Who drops? Absolutely.
Yeah, drop a clue bomb. Drop a clue bomb to Gabe right there. That was bars, nigga.
Do you think that success varies, though, based on the industry as well? Obviously, the two of you are in the entertainment space. Anthony Mackie is also in the entertainment business. Do his sentiments reign true for other industries?
Yeah, all of them. It applies to everything. Nothing that we go through is exclusively in entertainment. Like, there's bullshit in every industry. You just have to navigate and find your way.
Yeah, like you just got to figure it out. You got to work harder.
Yeah.
And nobody cares, by the way. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Stop complaining. Work harder. I forgot who was the first person who said that to me. Maybe it was Angie. I don't know.
I don't know if anybody said it to me, but everybody definitely showed me. So
yeah, definitely showed me.
I do like some of these social takes. This is a tough point to make. He's not saying to not work hard. He's saying that somewhere along the line, somebody with influence picks and chooses who they give opportunity to. He's arguing against the idea that it's solely hard work that gets you there.
Facts. I mean, like, we in those positions now. Anyway, I'll let you take this next. Or Sean, next one. Let's do it.
All right, so we know how much I love music videos. In a recent interview with the Manager's Playbook, Rochelle Jean Lewis, manager of Victoria Monet, shared how crucial old school metrics like music videos and radio have been in pushing Victoria's biggest hits.
And then from there, it was On My Mama as a single because we didn't have a music video. And Victoria was adamant about a music video. The label was like, you don't need it. The song is great. Like, we can figure that out later.
That music video broke, in my opinion, in many ways.
100%.
Victoria.
A similar sentiment was echoed by Director X in his 2024 interview with The Platform, where he unpacked his theory on shifting landscape of music videos.
Streamers have come in and basically cleared the table. They came in and took the food from music video, film, television, and sports. They literally came in and just and not big bullies either, just nerds. And somehow you thought you were a big hotshot in the school, and suddenly this kid has all your lunch.
These perspectives invite a larger conversation about the inevitable change in the industry and the ongoing tension between new methods and tried and true tactics. While the industry continues to evolve, it's clear that sometimes the old school traditional tools still pack a punch.
Interesting. I think like the Victoria Monet thing is kind of and I guess maybe use the word anomaly in like the space now, because everything else is about like content. Because the only space that still heavily relies on radio to break talent is country music. And if you know anything about country music, especially in Nashville, like it's super important and super key to like their ecosystem of musicians. And while like musicians, like while rappers and R&B artists and singers still get excited when their music gets played on the radio, of course, when it comes to country music, like when their music gets played on the radio, it's like an event for them, you know, because that's what really helps break them. Like I remember when I was in Nashville and I saw, you know, and I had worked with a few of the girls who were on Beyonce's album for On the Radar. And I remember Raina Roberts had just gotten played on the radio for, I don't think it was for Blackbird, it was for one of her songs. And I remember like how she posted it and how people were all excited for her and how it was like a whole thing. And I was like, wow, like this still really matters in the country space. So I think that in certain respects, radio of course does matter. When it comes to music videos, I think that like are they trying to say that music videos aren't valuable anymore? Like streamers have made music videos like invaluable?
The question that was posed to Director X was, do music videos still matter?
So it's a silly response. Cause like, boom, right? So I've been diving a little bit deeper into like the Latin music scene, right? Some of these Mexican corridos bands are pulling 40 to 100 million views on YouTube in 4 to 5 months of their song being out. So to me, right, I feel like maybe in an American sense, maybe, but like in a global, broader musical conversation, I think that's cap. You know, I think that maybe American audiences might be more attuned to just watching streamers react to videos. But like, I could show you at least 10 music videos that came out in the last 4 to 5 months from Latin American artists that have 40 to 100 million views.
Well, you know, Americans are only worried about Americans.
I know. Of course, America's only worried about Americans.
That's the problem.
That's the problem. And I'm like, that's why I'm like, I'm listening to this, and I'm like, this is wrong. Oh yeah. All right. So we have these are IG comments. So 11 p.m. Glow said, yes, and stop gaslighting artists and thinking videos are not important. They better deliver the song. For example, Push to Start. Great point. The Push to Start video was fire, but also Tyler's an international artist just as well. Ricky Darula said, I miss when videos told the story and went with the song. Now all we get is lazy green screens with no substance. Certain cases, yes, but I mean, I think like it also depends on the type of artist you listen to. Certain artists are storytellers and want to do something. I mean, look at Doechie's video for The Nile is a River, right? And that told a story and also had great visuals and was just an amazing music video. So I think like you trying to say that as a general topic is, you know, it's kind of whack. That's just where I'm at.
No lies told.
I like when Nyla just agrees with me off the rip. I don't got to go back and forth too much.
Rare day.
What?
Rare day.
Rare day. Okay, got it. Rare day. God, what's going on today?
I thought the girl said their day.
I thought she said Rare day too. I was like, Rare day? What? Anyway, trending tangents. So the first trending tangent came from something that Nyla had retweeted. And it said, me taking Emoji off their contact after they did some weird shit. First of all, Nyla, let's get the story time of the last person that you took the emoji off the contact from, please.
Nah, I can't give that up.
That's whack.
I can't give that up, but I just saw this tweet and I felt it. Like,
I'll give mine up.
that's all you. Go ahead.
Come on, man. Don't be pussy.
It's not up for up. If you want to give it up, then go ahead.
Nah, someone just pissed me off while I was on vacation. Like, I was in PR. It was like my first or second night. And a female called me, and we were talking, and like I was fried. I was so tired, and like they were just talking nonsense on my phone, and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna hit you tomorrow," and then I hung up.
Snatch that.
I literally I got caught up with the trip and I never hit them, and then they had texted me like a week or two later, and they're like, "We're clearly not on the same page," and I was like, "All right."
So is that when you removed the emoji, or did you remove it while you were in PR?
No, I removed it after. I should have removed it when I was in PR.
Okay.
But then I removed it when they texted me that. Because I was like, you know what? Take that shit back.
Man, I take emojis off contact immediately. But I will say, I'm like what I'm feeling that day type of girl. You know what I'm saying? So if that day I'm like in love with you, oh, you have like 1,000 heart emojis. You know what I'm saying? If this day, like, it's a question mark.
Wait, you change it day to day?
I'm not saying I change it day to day, but I'm just saying I change it frequently.
Okay. So one comment for this actually came from Royal_Bobby24. They said, y'all ever notice you put the emoji, that's when they start misbehaving? Facts.
Immediately.
You don't even tell them, they just start acting up. In my mind, _21 said, fucking emoji, your whole name gone. There actually is a girl that I dated that was like that. She actually deleted my number. No, she deleted my name from her phone, so it was just a number. And then once we got back good again, and I looked at my phone. I called her when I was sitting next to her. I'm like, yo, why is it just my number in your phone? And she's like, oh, because I was mad at you. I was like, all right. So
that's healthy. You got to do what you got to do. Sometimes I don't even want to see the name.
Bro, it's still fucking there. What are you talking about?
But barely. It's different.
Bro, she knew my number by heart because she deleted it, and then she still ended up calling me.
She probably just knew the first 6.
No, bro. No, bro.
4.
Because she called me.
Because she still got it in there.
No, okay.
You can reference it. There's ways to find a number.
I don't give a fuck.
I've definitely had some do not answers. Why is he calling? Don't answer. Don't pick up. I've definitely done some name
I put the thumbs
like
down on people that I don't want to call me. Like, it'll call me and it'll be like a picture. It'll be like a circle image. It'll be like the thumbs down.
That you know, like, oh, let me just not even.
Let me not
Is
engage.
that the devil calling? Oh, nah, I'm going to skip this one out. What are some names? Only the thumbs down?
Yeah, only thumbs down. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Only the thumb. No, it'll be like a name, thumbs down. And then the picture, their contact picture will be a thumbs down too.
Okay.
I did that like with one of my exes for a while, but we cool now. We're good. I took the thumbs down off her name.
I ain't being cool with none of y'all niggas.
Oh,
All right,
wow.
next.
Okay. All right, let's go. Come on, let's move.
All right, next topic is Trackstar facing backlash after baton controversy speaks out. Claims video may look intentional, but it was not her intent. The other athlete was left with a concussion and a fractured skull. Thoughts? Could it be an accident?
Bro, she has a concussion and a fractured skull. What are we talking about here? Why are you laughing? Shorty got a fractured skull. What are we talking about?
Fractured skull is crazy.
Fractured skull, like a concussion is like, maybe she just swung the wrong way, right? Fractured skull? Bitch that.
How heavy are these damn batons? That's all I was thinking. Like, damn.
Yo, no, them batons be like metal.
You like styrofoam moving forward.
So
Yeah.
to be able to like have it up enough that I hit you in the head means I really had to lift that bitch.
Yeah, I gotta watch it one more time.
Refresh your mind.
I need to refresh my mind on this. Hold on, she said, bah! She said, bah, 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 bah. Yo, bro, she was aiming in her direction. I ain't gonna lie, bro. No way, bro. There's no way that was fake. That had to be real. Nyla, you watched it, right?
Yeah, I seen it. It definitely seemed like intentional.
To me, it feels like she was like, yeah, I'm gonna hit this bitch.
I just want to know what's the tea. What happened? Why do you feel like she deserved it? That you had to get back in the middle of the race? No.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
The world
But she
will
came
never
out
know.
and she was crying after and all this, and I'm like, look. And they said that she got like acquitted of it, like that, like they found her not at fault, because I seen that on Instagram yesterday. How do you find this girl not at fault? She hit her. She got a fractured skull. Who paying for that? Who paying them hospital bills?
Yeah, I don't know.
Y'all know how expensive healthcare is in America? I just got an ER bill the other day.
Everything is expensive
Crazy.
in America.
Crazy. Get me out of here. Anyway, but yeah, I feel for the girl who got hit. I don't know. It doesn't look like an accident to me. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah, I agree. This does not look like an accident.
Well, moving on to some New York news, Nyla's favorite. So Daily Loud, shout out Daily Loud. I love Daily Loud. They posted this video and they said someone got their Cybertruck vandalized in New York City.
Welcome to New York, where you cannot have a gas thing for nice.
Now, to me, this just looks like something happened with the wheel. Like, looks like they either got hit or they got into an accident and they towed the car back because it's clearly in like a no parking zone. But I don't know. The internet took it and ran with it to make it seem like we can't have nothing nice out here, which they're not wrong with.
Not wrong at all.
But also, why I want our people to do better, because why are you in the middle of a P's with a Cybertruck? Buy a house. Go to Florida. All that money you spent on a Cybertruck in New York, you could have bought like a nice ass house in Florida.
I know.
Who's to say it wasn't a not so sneaky link?
I ain't gonna lie.
You couldn't Uber?
I ain't gonna lie.
Leave that shit where it's
I ain't
at. You
gonna-
hot.
yeah, I was about to say.
You hot as hell.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Not only do you got to walk in front of all the guys standing in front of the door, right? You got to put your car there too. You feel safe?
Then they gonna remember your car, and if I am your sneaky link, they see you with somebody else. They gonna be like, yo, that's the car that came to pick the. Nah, I don't need nobody putting my shit together like a puzzle. But Nuns86 says that's the downside of having anything eye-catching in NYC is becoming a target. Not surprised, but still disappointed to see people can't just respect others' property. And then Benny at the bank says, but why do you have a Cybertruck living in the jets? Yes. I will say, moving to New York and driving in New York was the first time where I felt the need to buy like those car bumpers. Like, I never needed that before being here.
Like the car that I drive, that's like my day-to-day car that I just abuse. Clearly, has definitely seen better days. I've had it for almost 5 years now. It's got a lot of dings on it, a lot of dents, a lot of dings, a lot of scrapes, a lot of scratches.
New York City drivers, guys.
New York City, but like a lot of them weren't even me. Only a couple of them were me, and like that part, and like it's just like if you can't have nothing nice out here, you got to be very careful.
Yeah, man, gotta wear those tacky ass bumpers on the cars. Like, what? I used to think it was so tacky. Then I realized, no, it's essential because nobody cares. Scratch your shit and keep it pushing.
But the thing is, New York's not as bad as other places. Like Florida be bad, Puerto Rico is worse with driving. Like,
I don't feel like that at all.
I feel like New York's as bad as it gets.
New York is the worst.
No. You gotta come with me to Puerto Rico. Then we'll show you how bad they be driving out.
Lord
there.
have mercy.
The poor abuelas be on the highway like skirting through the different lanes, and you just there like you there like swerving around them, trying to not get your car hit.
Well, they do be doing that on islands. I feel like it's more safe on islands though, but I don't know how.
What? I was in a car like three, 4 times out there. I wasn't even the one driving, and I got into an accident I didn't get into an accident. Almost got into an accident
what?
I almost got into an accident every single time I got into somebody's car.
But did you die?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so I don't want to hear it.
All right.
All right, guys, pivoting to hot tracks, hot takes. This week in music, let's talk chart news. SZA's SOS officially ties with Michael Jackson's Thriller as the longest-running top 10 album by a black artist in Billboard 200 history.
Insanity.
Yay.
Shout out SZA, man.
Shout out SZA, man. Shout out TDE.
It should have been Control. Now I'm playing. It's
Oh,
cool.
okay.
No, I Control's like my favorite.
No, Control
album.
is the one.
Yeah,
You're
Control's
right.
like my
I'm
favorite
not
album.
even mad at it.
I love SOS though, but shout out SZA.
But SOS is expected to stay in the top 10 next week, so it will be surpassing the record. And then also Sleepy Hollow's Anxiety featuring Doechii debuted at number 45 on the Billboard Hot 100 nearly 2 years after the song.
Shout out my motherfucking dog, Sleepy Hollow,
Yeah, I
man.
am.
Sleepy Hollow, bro. New York, we up. That's
I'm
it.
happy for Sleepy.
I'm super happy for Sleepy.
Yes.
Use that momentum, bro. If you're watching this, use that momentum, please.
Yes. In tour news, the Millennium Tour 2025 recently kicked off with a stacked lineup. Trey Songz, Omarion, Bow Wow, Plies, Boosie, Yin Yang Twins, Ray J, Sammy, Bobby V, Pleasure P, and Nivea. Oh,
Nyla will be
mess
front row
with
at
my
this one.
man. I want to bring it to you. And I have a special guest, Rick Ross. This tour is going to be lit. The last one that they did, they kind of went out of the range of the last one. Like, it used to be, like, I mean, Pleasure P's on here, but all of Pretty Ricky.
Yeah.
It was more of like my childhood crushes. This doesn't really cover all my childhood crushes. This kind of went into my teenage years. But it's cool. It's cool. I'll still enjoy the show.
Sure.
Speaking of childhood crushes, Chris Brown teases a new tour following the viral Residual Challenge. He said, I just want to take this time to show my thanks and love for everyone who's doing the Residual Challenge. I'm glad it's giving people the opportunity to be seen and heard. Real R&B isn't dead, and I thank you for showing me that. And I see y'all all in my comments asking about other tour dates. They coming. Can't wait.
Another tour? We just did this last summer.
Oh, whoa. Why are you hating?
I'm not hating. We just did this last summer. It was a great show.
Okay, so we won it again.
Were you there?
Was I there?
No, you weren't. That's why. That's why you're so excited.
No. But I went to the one before, the year before. He hasn't stopped.
He does it every summer at this point, right?
Yeah. So I went to the one before that.
Damn, I didn't realize he's been touring every summer. Shout out Chris Brown, man. Touring is not easy.
Yeah, shout out Chris Brown.
Shout out his backup dancers too. My bad, keep going.
Artists who have participated in the Residual Challenge includes Tank, Sean Stockman from Boyz II Men, Mario Tone Stith, Latasha Scott, T.A. Thomas, Juan Moore, Jacob Lattimore, and R. Kelly. You really include that one on the list, friend?
Interesting.
R. Kelly, one can say that he was the one to most recently do it, and then Chris Brown made this post. So the line where he's kind of like, the opportunity to be seen and heard slightly feels like a nod to Kelly.
All right, we're going to move on from this.
Please.
Music videos out now. Corday, Nothing's Promised. Key Glock, No Sweat. Lucky, Overthinking. Shout out my dog. Jello and Glorilla, Can You Please? That video. You know, I haven't heard the song yet.
Me either.
I'm gonna listen to it after this.
All right, so music announcements. Jack Harlow earns 11 new RIAA certifications. What's Poppin' is Diamond. Living on Me 4 times platinum. First Class 4 times platinum. Tyler Hero 3 times platinum. That's What They All Say 2 times platinum. Churchill Downs
with Drake
platinum. Yep. Come Home. My nigga, relax. Just don't say nothing about Drake.
I'm
you over here
to
just,
features.
This nigga couldn't help but ride.
Bro,
God.
I love that song. All right, keep going. Go ahead. I love the song. Keep going. Keep going. Go ahead.
We talking about Jack Harlow. Anyway, Come Home, The Kids Miss You platinum. Dua Lipa platinum. SUVs platinum. Love Is Dro gold. Route 66 gold. I'm so proud. When I saw him posting, I'm just like proud. That's all I got to say. I'm proud. It's really cool to see.
It's an expensive catalog he got there. It's an expensive catalog.
Yes.
Ice Spice sees a new song in front of the Eiffel Tower.
She got thin, but she wanna get thick again. Shorty got back on her old.
It gave She a Baddie, She Do What She Like.
Facts. Yeah, and I'm excited for the new Ice song. I think it's gonna do well. Alchemist likes to do his like Ask Al on Twitter or X. 3_ I'm King with a 1 said, okay, legit question. Who's an artist that you haven't worked with that you would like to work with? And Al said Pluto. I think that'd be dope. Al's been really in his bag. I love the album with 2 Chainz and Larry June. Great project. I listened to it all the way on my the whole plane ride. Great plane ride music, by the way. Great plane ride music. Super excited for that. So hopefully this happens. Shout out Al. Shout out Pluto.
I definitely would love to see Future and Alchemist collab. Would love to see. I did realize, as I said in the last episode, I like Future on non-trap beats.
Yeah, facts.
It makes me appreciate him more as an artist for some reason. I don't know why. I feel kind of guilty when I say that.
Right.
It's true.
But we got some new releases out now too.
Talk to me.
We got Lil Nas X with Hotbox, which has been causing quite a conversation online. Our guy, Amine, with Familiar. Armani White, Cut the Lights. Freddie Gibbs, Nobody. Lil Tecca, Dark Thoughts. Josh Levi, Feel the Bass. New projects out now. Obviously, the one, the only Playboi Carti. I Am Music. And then that has like 3 Kendrick songs on there. Lil Uzi is on 2 songs, I believe, which is super dope. If, Lil Uzi and Carti, they came up together. Everybody wanted that Lil Uzi and Carti project. It's been I think they said 6 or 7 years since anything between the two came out. So a lot of people are very happy about that. Travis Scott, Young Thug, Future, The Weeknd, Skepta, and Ty Dolla $ign are also all on the album. It is 30 songs long.
30 songs of rage music is crazy.
But it's not all rage music. It's not all rage music.
It's not?
It's not.
Oh.
There's some vibes in there. There is some vibes in there. I ain't gonna lie. To get ready for this, I skimmed through some of the songs because I didn't have time to listen to everything this morning. Because it was at 12 that the album was gonna come out. Then it got pushed to 3 a.m. And I'm like, I'm shot. I'm going to bed. I woke up this morning. I had so much stuff to do. I didn't get to listen. But there's some vibes in there. Like I feel like there's even some records in there that you might like. It's not all rage music. I'll be completely honest.
Okay, well I'll tune in, but the little bio on
Apple Music it says like rage. When I'm listening to it, if I'm like, oh, this could be like something that like Nyla would like, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, if it's digestible.
Like if it's digestible, because I think there's like one song on there that I seen some I think some of the boys who, you know, some of the sexy drill boys, I think they posted one of the songs. I think there might be like a sexy type of song on there. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
I got to go back and see, but there might be like some more Nyla digestible songs on there. But there's some good stuff on there. Like there's like 1 or 2 songs on there that I'm like, okay, I'm into this. But I've never been like the biggest Playboi Carti fan, but I've always appreciated the music. And I got a lot of friends who worked on this project, so I'm thoroughly excited to kind of like get into it. And the production on the project is crazy. They had Cardo on the project, Filthy. I think 808 Mafia was on the project too. Nice. Southside was on the project.
Nice.
So a lot of good people on the project, man. A lot of very, very star-studded lineup. And I think Mike Dean did some of the mixing, if I'm not mistaken.
Fire. Yeah. And then Currency dropped a full project today. Oh shit.
It's a rough day to drop a project, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, shout out to fucking Currency. Shout out to Spitter.
Nah, shout out Currency.
Spitter for president.
It's just hard when like something like Playboi Carti drops.
I know it's been making so much
noise. It
noise.
overshadows literally like it's been how many years since Whole Lotta Red, and it overshadows just anything that comes out that day.
Understood, but that's the first project I'll be tapping into for sure.
Go listen to that new Spitter, and then please go listen to that new Amine. You know I love Amine, so
yes. I'm excited. I know Spitter has sent me a record that he did with Wiz Khalifa that I had on repeat since. So if that is what's on the project, I can't wait to get into this project. Fine. But Gabe, talk to me. What have you been listening to this week?
So this week, still kind of in my Spanish bag. Actually, this artist that just did On the Radar, his name is Joy Santana. He's from Carolina in Puerto Rico. He dropped an album today called Nada Personal. And the song I like off it was actually his On the Radar freestyle, and it's called El Gigante de Carolina. Which, I mean, you know, you can kind of use context clues to figure out what that means. I also been listening to Turn Me Evil by Low Shimmy. I really like that song. NTG and Basswag, Whatever For You, which is like a Spanish-English type of mix. NTG is like one of like, if not my pick for like the Latin artists from America to really take it there. Our friend Nick Seal dropped a new single with JV Jordan, who works with me. It's called My Ting, so I'm going to put that in there. I think I said Lonnie dropped last week. And that's really all I've been listening to this week. For real. Not too much new stuff this week.
Okay.
For me. I'll have more next week after I digest the Cardi album and Amine's music and Currency's album and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll be waiting.
Yeah.
This week for me, the first one I'm going to shout out, it's kind of old. It's Jordan Ward, Okay.
Oh, wow.
I forgot about that record. And then it came on the other day, and I was like, damn, I forgot how much I love this record.
It's a good record.
So shout out to Jordan Ward. I still really, really love Hibachi. But as far as new music, I finally got the chance to listen to Ken the Man's new album.
Nice.
Kind of famous, kind of fire. Gotta admit. But I will say, her and Callie pulled up on me yesterday for Ladies' Night at Saint. And I was playing the full project through. But seeing them perform I Got Questions live over hookah and drinks made me really fall in love with I Got Questions.
Damn, I should have gone to Saint last night. Why you ain't text me, bro?
That one, you ain't never come to Saint any other time. You ain't never asked to come to Saint any other time. Now you want to come to Saint.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Anyway.
I know what that crowd bring, bro. Like, what do we do? Like, what do we... Damn, no, yo, you know what? Gabe would really like this crowd tonight.
Oh, my God. No, I'm not bringing you around none of my friends because you toxic.
That's not true. First of all, I never dated...
What part is not true?
I've never dated none of your friends.
You don't got to date my friends for me to know that you toxic? I know you.
I know you.
What that mean? What does that mean?
You know what I mean.
I don't know. What does that mean?
You know what I mean.
Are you trying to allude that I'm toxic?
The shoe fits.
Oh.
You got your shoes off, so might as well put them back on.
No, I got my shoes off because them motherfuckers don't fit. But anyway.
They don't? So why are you wearing them?
Oh, my God. You are trying to dodge this, you being toxic.
So every Thursday's Ladies' Night at Saint?
Anyway, I got questions.
Ask a question.
Ken the Man.
I got questions.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Make sure you guys tune into the tape. Big Shit Talk is fire. Your Face is fire. Slip and Slide is fire. I'm just super proud of Ken and Melissa. They have been doing a really good job. I love to see a female artist with a female manager duo similar to Victoria Monet. It's such a rare duo to find, but I think it's really important, and I see and feel like their presence and their impact. So
they both did. Well, not the manager, but Callie
and Ken
did. I got questions on OTR yesterday, so
yeah, they told me.
And I caught them. I caught them before they left because I showed up a little late. But yeah, they killed it. They killed it. Shout out to girls,
Can't wait
man.
to see it. Make sure you guys tune into those projects.
Oh, coming up on the radar, and we need to talk.
Coming up is Callie and...
That's coming. What else is coming next week? I got some stuff with Busy Banks, Al Be Al, some really like local stuff. Do I have anything exciting to do? We're doing a whole day of Spanish artists today while we're recording, so that's all going to be coming out very soon. I'm trying to think of anything cool. Oh, I got a cypher with Pilo coming out next week. When we were in the Bay. Well, I was here with you guys, but my team was in the Bay for All-Star Weekend. We partnered up with Empire. We did a producer camp. We got a bunch of records recorded that we're gonna release with Empire. We also shot a bunch of performances from like The Boy to Pilo to Offset Jim to Lil Bean. But Pilo's cypher with all of his artists as of right now, I believe, is gonna come out on Monday. And then what else do I have coming out? The one thing I forgot to say, I have one more song that I forgot to mention. B Jackson's Eddie Will Get Jiggy, right? Taking over the towns, taking over the world, doing like 400,000 streams a day on Spotify. I got something with B Jax and Zeddy Will dropping next week, obviously, because both of those are my guys, and I really want to support them. And next week, actually, very exciting for On the Radar, we're dropping our first ever German artists. So we actually had 2 artists from Germany come over in the last week to come do On the Radar. So we have that coming. Got some stuff with Tay Money coming out. Some stuff with Busy Banks coming out. Hopefully you got some stuff with Eric Bellinger. And then I think I might have something with Sugar Hill, D-Dot, and Star Bands coming out next week as well, too. So should be, every week on the Radar is interesting. But next week, really excited for the German stuff and really excited for Pilo. Legend.
Shout out to my people.
Yep. Shout out to your people. Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Nyla's German people for the I don't know, 1 year, 2 years that you lived there.
I'm just so confused. I'm not from New York. I'm not. Now you're trying to say I wasn't really from Germany. It's like
I'm literally just talking shit. You are from Germany.
Anyway.
Speak German.
This week on We Need to Talk. Well, no, since you're talking about keeping it local, we have Nali's episode that's live right now. Make sure you guys tune in. Super dope R&B artist. And then this week we'll be releasing our interview with Fresco Trey because his new album drops. Make sure you guys tune in. He's from Memphis.
Oh, you've had that one in the tuck for a while.
Yeah, not on purpose.
That's crazy.
Not on purpose, but we're here. And we'll be here again next Monday with a new episode. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's Central Discourse. I'm Nyla Simone.
I'm Gay P. See you next week.